Okay, I think I partially recalled what I was trying to remember. I like conversations a lot. One of my favorite things in the world, if not my absolute favorite thing in the world, is having a really good conversation. Usually with one person. It could be between like two other people, but I'm not really good with crowds. I can do one-on-ones. I can do maybe two people. That's it. But a lot of people are having conversations and fawning over that, patting themselves on the back for having these conversations. But where are they happening exactly? Are they happening in coffee shops? Like, are they happening in a park? Are they happening like over like a bottle of wine at a restaurant? Like what's being accomplished with these conversations? Is anything being accomplished? I mean, maybe my expectations are really high when it comes to the deeper meaning of everything. The thing is, I really like just, because I really hate people and I don't naturally want to spend time with people, I just want to isolate myself. Well, anytime that I do have a really good conversation and it means a lot to me. And so I guess that's why I was so resistant towards all this stuff that's being pushed on society, and I knew that it was going to be terrible for society. Because society already doesn't know how to communicate. Like before the internet took over, society didn't know how to communicate. So I really value communication though. And it makes me sad that a lot of people don't. But anyway, these conversations that people have about political policies and groups of people and gender and traditional roles, traditional values, all that stuff. I don't think that it matters anymore. Like, I just don't think so. I mean, so-called traditional people have proven like what their God is. They've proven over and over again that they care more about what's on the TV than they do like what's happening right in front of them. And I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying that just because you have a TV, like I don't think TV makes you a bad person. I think that the material possessions kind of prove like how that they didn't need, communist overlords or anything like that. All they needed was the TV, and they could convince people that way. So until people are willing to look at that materialistic aspect, nothing is going to change, because nothing can change. And I remember reading that in this book called The Naked Communist. It was all about like how communism was going to take over America through materialism. And this book was written in like the mid-50s. But it's like, what's the point in having a conversation about women's rights? What's the, like, unless Islam is gonna take over, which I highly doubt. So if it's Jews that actually run this country, it's definitely not Islam that's gonna take it over. It's gonna keep going down this leftist lunatic direction, It's not gonna stop. And so, when people like talk about the trans stuff, you're too late, dude. You're too late. I'm sorry. But they're grasping at straws because You know, they're concerned for their kids, they're concerned for the future. But I mean, are you though? Are you? You see this right here? This means concern for the future, okay? And everybody that goes to the voting booth looks at me like I'm insane because I refuse to upgrade. But this is an example of thinking ahead, okay? I'm not good at doing that financially, but for whatever reason, when it comes to technology and you know, things that I know are bad for society, I'm a prophet. Because I understand society. I look at human behavior and I'm like, why would you give society a phone that has all this limitless possibility? Like, don't you understand like how stupid these people are? And they're not going to use it to help themselves. They're going to use it to self-destruct, you know? But so that's what I'm saying, like, if society is so infantilized, that's why they keep having these same conversations that aren't getting them anywhere. If they actually wanted to move forward, if they actually wanted to accomplish anything, they would, like, listen to themselves and pay attention to the fact that, yeah, they're not moving. That, like, things really aren't happening the way that they want you to think they are. I mean, the whole point is to control you so that you don't, like, do what you should do. And, like, I'm a fine example right now because I'm bitching about it. I should be in church and I'm, like, sitting out here talking like I always do, right? But, it's just if I have a conversation with somebody, I want that conversation to propel me somewhere, you know? I don't want to just be wasting time and energy and, you know? But I mean, most people are not on board with that. Most people love to waste time. That's like all they do. And then they want to pat themselves on the back for that. And act like they're moving the goalpost. No, honey, you're just kicking around the ball. Congratulations.